Welcome to the Paine Art Center and Gardens, a place of beauty, a place of art, a place where nature joins architecture to enhance the experience of both. A place built by Nathan and Jessie Paine to be a source of inspiration for all who visit. The Paine consists of a historic mansion and gallery, and a series of gardens, all designed in the style of an English country estate. Inside, you can see the work of master craft workers and world-renowned artists. Outside, you can wander freely through the interconnected gardens. The historic estate was designed to be a home for Nathan and Jessie Paine. But from the beginning, it was also designed to become a cultural center and open to the public. The marriage of Nathan Paine and Jessie Kimberly in 1896 united two of the wealthiest families in the Fox River region. Jessie's father, John Alfred Kimberly, was one of four founders of Kimberly Clark and Company, which became a large manufacturer of paper and paper products. Nathan's father, George Paine, had built the Paine Lumber Company into the city's largest mill, which included a large sash and door manufacturing plant. For decades, Oshkosh was known as Sawdust City. Lumber mills and woodworking plants lined both sides of the Fox River, processing the vast harvest of timber to the north. During Nathan Paine's time as president, the Paine Lumber Company was described as the world's largest manufacturer of doors and windows and employed over 2,000 workers. Throughout the affluent times of the 1920s, the company's line of miracle doors were installed in buildings across the country. And as Oshkosh grew industrially, Nathan and Jessie saw the need for an exceptional home for the arts. Inspired by their shared English heritage, they imagined building an English-style manor house on the family cow pasture. The Paines engaged the services of Bryant Fleming, a well-known architect and landscape architect, to design both the Tudor Revival-style home and the surrounding gardens. While designed to look old, construction was thoroughly modern. Nathan insisted that the home be fireproof with an inner structure made of steel beams and poured concrete. Jessie and Nathan began collecting artwork, and with the help of designer Phelps Jewett, selected what would eventually become the home's furnishings and decor. But in 1929, the stock market crash marked the beginning of the Great Depression. The construction industry also crashed, and demand for doors plummeted.
Each succeeding drop meaning thousands more men laid off in the building and allied industries.
The Paine Lumber Company laid off employees, and the Paine Thrift Bank, which held the savings of many workers, failed. The events brought back memories of the bitter strike of 1898, when the company defeated the effort of the Woodworkers Union to win higher wages. As people lined up for food and other relief, Nathan Paine wrote to decorator Phelps Jewett. "The condition of the industrial workers is serious," he said, "with hunger and general starvation. In such circumstances, occupancy of the new home would give no pleasure, and would irritate a hungry and hopeless community. The Paines called a halt to finishing the interior of their showplace home. And as it sat for the duration of the Great Depression, and then the ensuing years of World War II, rumors spread that it was bomb threats from disgruntled workers that kept the Paines from moving in. After the war, Nathan and Jessie established a nonprofit organization and donated their estate to it. It was to be maintained, they wrote, for the highest educational and cultural advancement of the greatest number of people possible. When Nathan Paine passed away in 1947, Jessie wrote in a letter, "When it came time to build the Art Center, he spent endless days of work with the best architect he could find to have it as near perfect as possible. There came time for the furnishing, and again he never left a stone unturned to have the very finest." Jessie and her sister Mary Shirk carried out the plan to finish the home, and in 1948 they opened the museum to the public. Nathan and Jessie's nephew, George Nevitt, played an integral role in overseeing the operations of the museum, and Jessie remained its president until her death at the age of 100. While the Paines never lived in the house, their dream of creating an estate featuring exceptional architecture and beauty lives on. Architect Bryant Fleming recreated the look of an old English estate that appears to have been built up over 3 centuries. Beginning with what looks like the remnants of an original farmhouse, Fleming varied the architectural features of each wing to give the impression of a different period of history, added on over time. The changes in time period are reflected inside the first-floor rooms of the home. Each features an interior design representing a different period of time. The Paines commissioned modern reproductions of period furnishings to complete the impression of each era. Throughout the house, you will see evidence of Nathan Paine's attention to detail and love of craftsmanship. He chose Kasota limestone, quarried in Minnesota, for most of the stonework. Outside, it covers the home with a rough texture, while inside, the same stone is honed and polished and resembles marble. As a wood products manufacturer, Nathan appreciated quality wood and the craft of woodworking. He hired a master woodcarver to create the intricate detail of the stair hall staircase. And highly skilled woodworkers created features like the linen fold paneling, worked into draped cloth. The historic Paine Museum holds a collection of more than 1,000 artworks, including paintings, sculptures, furnishings, and decorative objects. Nathan and Jessie Paine collected many of the fine art pieces displayed throughout the home. Notable in their collection are French Barbizon and American landscape paintings. The private upper floors were designed as living quarters for Nathan and Jessie, and now feature heirlooms from the Paine and Kimberly families, along with decorative period items. And while it seems hard to imagine living in this home today, the mansion reflects the traditions and a way of life of a different time. The large first-floor rooms, like the Great Hall, were designed to impress and entertain visitors. The gallery space was also designed to impress and would have been open to the public. servants would have lived in the home and helped to carry out the tasks of daily living. In the breakfast room, the English architecture blends with a view of the Wisconsin landscape and provides a link to the extensive gardens. The grounds feature a series of 20 gardens, reminiscent of English country estates. Like the rooms of the house, each garden creates a unique space through the use of plantings, sculpture, and architecture. And displays of bulbs and annuals create an ever-changing show of colors. Over the years, the estate has continued to evolve. The art collection has grown through gifts and purchases. The addition of an elaborate formal garden gives the property a new dimension. And a conservatory-style building now opens up new possibilities for the museum. Carrying out its mission as a cultural center, the museum hosts a range of unique programs for visitors of all ages. The gallery features changing art exhibitions from classical to contemporary. And special events draw visitors during all seasons of the year. The Paine Art Center and Gardens continues to fulfill the original vision of Nathan and Jessie Paine: to serve the public as a place of history, as a place of art, as a place of beauty, and a source of inspiration for all who visit.